and welcome back to Sarah's Joyful Journey. I'm Sarah Joy. It is time for episode 33 of Tea Tuesday, so let's go make some tea. All right, let's make our tea. I'm going to use my Wedgwood Butterfly Bloom teapot, and then I haven't used this cup before, so we're going to go ahead and use this. This is Tango. It's a Royal Albert. It's from the Gaiety series, and it's pink and floral. And we all know how I feel about pink and floral china. I have a lot of it for sure. What I love about this cup is you got the dainty flowers on the inside. So pretty. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make this apple white tea because it sounds light and delicious. So let's get started on our tea. Wow, it's been a week. Here's my tea. And I want to talk one more thing about my teapot. This is my favorite teapot because it's nice and small. It's bigger than a tea for one, but not as giant as my full-size Royal Albert large teapots. I can drink a full pot of tea in one of those. I usually reserve it for days off. And either in the evening, I'll make a caffeine-free one if I just want to rest and have a lot of tea. Or in the morning, if I've got time and I'm reading, I'll use one of those big ones. But sometimes I want more tea, but I don't want a huge amount of tea. And this is like the perfect size for me. And I love it. I wish I could find another one that size. That's a Wedgwood. I may have to see if I can find another small like Wedgwood one. It'd be amazing. All right, let's go ahead and try our tea. I enjoy this one. It's nice, it's light. It would be fantastic iced as well. So yeah, so how is everything going with you guys this week? It's been a busy week with me. You can see the bookshelf over there, how it's empty. I will try to remember to put in a short tour right here. So here's a quick tour of the books now. So I have the one shelf right here that has some plants on it. And then if you move over, I have the main one, which is where I sit down at the bottom on the floor. That's the main one. Then up here, I have 3 of the invisible floating and then one big one. Let me get a little bit closer. So it's really cool because you can't see those invisible ones. I have those. Then I have my big rotating one there, which now has a lot of empty space at the bottom. I still have some space in this one. Above that, I have more floating ones. I have my plants getting some sun today, but the small one fits up there in that little pot. And this big one is going to go up here. I know the lighting is a little bit worse over here. So I was thinking this series right here would fit on both shelves, but it all fit on one. So I usually keep the big plant. It's going to go right up here. So I have this shelf that I can put some books on. And then if you turn the corner, this is right above my bed. That's where I have the other remaining shelves. So there is my little tool. But Matt has put up some bookshelves. I showed pictures, I think, last week of a few that we'd put up of my invisible shelves. And I will give you guys, I'll show you that tour. Hopefully you'll have seen it right before then. So I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I have one other small bookshelf I want to order in the next couple of months. I'm not in a huge rush because this whole thing, the 2 bottom shelves, is empty. Behind me, I've taken all the books out of there as well. So I have quite a bit of room to grow before I need that other shelf, probably another 25, 30, maybe even, depending on the size of the books, closer to 35 or 40 books that I will have room for. So that's awesome. And then, but I found one that fits on a desk. that's going to be like the angled one that I have over by the window. And I can put it on my little end table that I use as a nightstand, which is fantastic. So I'm super excited about that. Work has been going well-ish. I am still plagued with headaches, lots and lots of migraines, and I don't know what the trigger is at this point because I've been taking my blood pressure medicine consistently for a while. But it's so sweet. My team lead has checked on me because I've missed a couple days of work, and he's just asked how I'm feeling, which is amazing to me that he did that. And I'm not the only one who's struggling with migraines on our team right now. There is another girl as well who has also missed some work because she's just being plagued with migraines. We're thinking that it could be the lights is part of it, but I'm still having issues with headaches at home, and I haven't been able to figure it out. I will be making an appointment to follow up with my doctor, both for blood pressure medicine and just to see if at this point I do need something. It could be totally hormonal. I am 46, so I am definitely in perimenopause. But I'm closing in on going into menopause too. I could be going towards early menopause, but they say most women start menopause right around 50, some a little bit later. So I am definitely in that zone, and just the changes in hormones could be enough to trigger the headaches. So it may not be anything that I can fix. I do know that the lights at work do not help. So I have our team lead, and then there's the one that's right below it. So she's like more of like an assistant lead. She went and she bought some shades to go over the desks for those of us who are struggling with headaches and migraine issues and stuff like that. So that was just so sweet that she did that, and I can't wait to put it to good use. I really enjoy my job. It's an expensive job to maintain, but I still think that it's worth it at this point. I figured it up. I make about $150 a day. Gas and tolls cost me $100 a week. Then you put on taxes, and I am probably add on taxes, and I take home about 2 days out of every 4 that I work. So like 20 hours out of every 40 I work, I get to bring home. And it does feel tight. Hopefully we can make it work. We don't really want to move closer because we love the area that we live in. But for now, I'm just going to keep going because I do feel that it is a great fit. Should it continue not to be something that is smart, if I end up having to really pay a lot and it becomes too tight, I am going to have to like find something that's closer to home, because the whole point is to be able to save up money and things like that. And I haven't been able to do that since I left Disney. Wasn't really doing it before Disney, but I definitely had more money at Disney prior to me getting injured. Once I became injured and I was not getting as many hours, it was a struggle. So I'm not going to lie on that. But I'm enjoying the job. School is supposed to start on Monday, which you will see after I film this. I have no idea if that's happening. I've reached out to the school and followed up. I think I've done everything. I'm still going to school, whether I start on Monday or not, or if they have to have me start the following Monday. It is what it is at this point. But hopefully they will reach out to me soon, because I have literally heard nothing since I sent all that stuff over, and they said, "Oh, welcome, you're a student." So interesting. But I do want to show you my earrings. These are my Pirates earrings. So they've got little skulls on them. I did show them in another video, the What I'm Eating in a Day video. And it matches, of course, my Pirates of the Caribbean shirt. So that is awesome. All right, now, knitting. We'll go with knitting. I do apologize. I have knit on the sock. I did leave it at work because I forgot to bring it home. I did I did 2 rows on my pink sweater. And my pink sweater is going very well. But I wanted something a little bit more mindless. And I forgot my iPad, so bear with me one moment while I go. As I was saying, I wanted something a little bit more mindless, where I didn't really have to think a whole lot about it, and I could just do it. It'll be nice to alternate between the two. I did decide not to finish the fingerless gloves. I've been doing better at work as far as maintaining my body temperature and not being too cold. So I ripped those out. But I did start this sweater. I wanted it in another main color. I actually wanted it in gray, but I don't have gray yarn, and I need to use yarn that I have, so I chose white. But you can see how they've got the stripes right there. I'm going to use hand spun yarn to go in there, so it'll be partial hand spun, partial not. You can also do it where you do it just textured, so I can see me doing this sweater again with the texture, because it is such a basic staple type piece and I love it. It's called Vodka Straight Up, and it is by Thea Coleman, I believe. So I did get started on that. I've done like 16 rows, which is like nothing, but I'm doing it again in white. I haven't picked what hand spun yarn I'm going to be using, but that's okay. I've got plenty of time. This is knit in one piece from top down, which I enjoy doing sweaters this way, whereas the other one is knit in pieces, which is going to be fabulous for that sweater. But I just needed something super easy and kind of mindless, so I have that so that I can alternate hopefully between the two of them. I need to try and still get back into some spinning, but with school starting soon-ish, I have no idea what I'm going to officially accomplish, but we're going to keep trying. I did put my stickers to use, and I decorated my Stanley with book stickers, so that's fun. All right, so that's knitting. Not a whole lot done, which is fine. I didn't expect a whole lot of knitting done, but I did get some new purchases and I'm super excited about them. I'm really close to being out of space for my Royal Albert collection, which is fine. I'm cool with that. It's also, at this point, since I don't have a whole lot of room, it forces me to be very, very specific about what I do want. And same thing with my books. I'm getting to the point where I am at max capacity soon-ish, and then I will have to cycle some out to be able to cycle new ones in, which I'm okay with as well. Some of my books are like special edition books now that will not be going anywhere. I have some beautiful ones. You know, I like my fancy sprayed edges, things like that. So I'm trying to focus a little bit more on those. But if I read a book and it was like, okay, that's cool, I don't need to keep it as a trophy. It can go right out the door to make room for other ones as well. So I'm excited about that. But we'll show you my new purchases that I got from Royal Albert. I do want to work on getting my everyday set of china. That will be something that I will be accomplishing over the next 6 to 8-ish months, because I do want the set. I finally decided what second set I want. Since I have a lot of the Miranda Kerr Friendship series by Royal Albert, I've decided that that's going to be my everyday set, because it'll just match. It'll just make sense to me. I still need to work on getting the tea set for my Moonlit Roses. The teapot is just so expensive, and there's so many people out there trying to rip people off. Nearly got involved in a scam again last week. Was able to have certain things started not making sense, and I said, you know what, I'm no longer interested. No, thank you. And then I reported it as a scam before I'd even didn't even meet this person and stuff like that. Anyway, I saw the other day, I was looking around on Facebook Marketplace, and I know a lot of scams can happen on there, but I can also find some good deals on some Royal Albert, so I keep looking. found somebody selling an 8-piece set with the teapot. Really should have realized that it was too good of a deal to be true right off the bat. They wanted about $400 for the whole thing, service rate and everything. But it was not so cheap that it wasn't out of the realm of possibility with some of the deals that I have been able to find that have been legit, that I also thought were scams, that ended up not being scams. But it was funny because then I saw 6 listings, 6, all throughout the state of Florida, all with the exact same pictures, all with the exact same description. I reported those all as scams too, so maybe I saved somebody from that. But I'm excited. So I did get a rose confetti mug, and you all know that I love these mugs. This was free because I spent enough money to get a free mug. And I just got that tea set, which is fantastic. So to go with my tea set, I had to get the cup and saucer. And it's, of course, it's pink, and then it's got the roses, the pink and purple roses on the inside. And this is just one of the most beautiful sets that, all my sets are beautiful, don't get me wrong, all my sets are beautiful. But I love this one particularly because of the pink and the purple. Pink china is my favorite, purple's my favorite color, but I have a lot of pink china, as you can tell by just what pops up in my videos. Let me refill my tea. And then Royal Albert came out with more pieces for their 100 years collection. And I have the mugs on the other ones. And I was going to get the mugs for this one, but I ended up getting the tea cups instead because they had a good sale. So this first one is going to be the 1920s. So it's it really screams Art Deco to me. I love the scalloping in the painting. I love the dots. I love the 2 colors. It's got the floral imprint right here that I think is just beautiful. And then again, it's inside the cup as well. So that one is the 1920s. These are, I'm picking up randomly, so they're going to be in different things. All right, then this is the 1950s. So we got Starburst / polka dots. They're closer to Starburst, and I love the minty color of that grayish blue. So it's really, really pretty. There's the saucer. And then it has the same design on the inside. So I really enjoyed that one as well. This one is the reason why I wanted this new set. This one is from, I believe this is the 1920s. No, this one's the 1930s. And you're gonna know why I wanted it as soon as I hold it up, because it's pink. So it's 1930s. So it's got a beautiful saucer and like little dainty wildflowers in there that I enjoy. And then I love the little dog. The little Scotty dog right there is just absolutely fantastic. It's like a little Easter egg on this cup, which of course you've got your beautiful pink color, and then you've got your dainty flowers on the inside. So I love that one. I also really like this next one because it's bright, it's fun, and I love that color, the colors. This is the 1940s. So there's that one as a sun. It's got pansies, which pansies are some of my favorite flowers, and just beautiful, lovely, bright, fun floral. And then there's the cup. It's got it all around the side, and then all around the inside is all done as well. I don't have a lot of black china in my collection, and this is not super black, but I do love the stark contrast in colors in this one. This one, I believe, is the 1960s. Part of me wants to know if they're going to come out with another one, because this is the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. They also still have the 70s, 80s, 90s, and I think they did 1900 before. So I'm wondering if they're going to come out with more of the decades in the future, and I definitely will need to save some space in my collection for that. But look at this. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. It's got the giant roses, which Royal Albert does roses better than anybody, in my opinion. A lot of their stuff has roses on it. And then I love the black right here, and that it's got the trim. So it's stark contrasts without being so dark. And then it's got them on the inside. So fabulous. I love, 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 love those. Let me get everything out of the way so I don't trip over them as soon as I stand up. All right, then plants have been replanted. Some are in shock, but I got my newest bonsai replanted. Hopefully everybody will make it. Everybody's still showing good signs of life, except maybe that one over there, which is an offshoot of Jubilee right there, and all her leaves have withered, but it happens sometimes. It's not technically the right time of year to replant them, but they were filling up their pots and I wanted to get them in pots, so I did. Books. I have read 12 books so far. There's only a couple days left in October. I don't know if I'll get any more in that time frame, but I've read 12 so far. This week I have finished 3. So this one, I ended up ordering this whole series as a special edition from the author. It's going to have beautiful sprayed edges. I don't have the whole series yet. I only have like 3 of them. It came with all kinds of goodies, and which was really a fun thing because they were not cheap to do. It came with artwork, which the artwork is very graphic and will stay in the envelope. I don't enjoy that type of artwork. If you do, that's fine. And again, we've already talked that I don't see scenes in my head the same way that people see scenes when they read a book. So I think I'm at a disadvantage, but it's okay because I think that's how I can get through some of these books. This one is very taboo. It's very dark, but I did enjoy it. It was just different, but that's all I'm going to say about that one. This next one that I finished is the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. This is book 2 to the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. There is one more. I'm gonna wait till it's closer to December. So yeah, probably December 1st I'll start it because it's a Christmas tree one. So I'm sure it'll have a Christmas theme, I would imagine. I really, really enjoyed this. This follows a different couple. So it's a spinoff. It's in the same town. It's still very much a spicy Hallmark book. Hallmark type movie book. Just a contemporary romance. Wasn't super smutty or anything like that, but it wasn't smutty at all, but there's spice in it. Spice, smut, big difference between those two, and I have finally figured out the difference. But I still enjoy contemporary romance. I like spicy romance. I don't mind a little bit of smut. I'm very, very picky on that. But yeah, I enjoy milder type dark romances to a degree. We'll see. And then I finally finished this one. I am so glad to be done with this book. It did end up being pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to do book 2 when it comes out. This one kind of ended on a place where it's definitely, you can see room for book 2, but I also think that it could be the end of the story. It's not going to be the end of the story because it does say to be continued. So I don't know if I'm going to read it. I do need to start not keeping my dust jackets on when I'm carrying a book around this long, because this one has been set places that I didn't know were damp, and there's some damage to it, which is fine. I mean, it's one that's staying in my collection anyway, so it's okay that it's not perfect. And then I started 2 new books this week. Just started. One of them I started today. We're gonna go ahead and do the one I started today because I've been doing it as an audiobook. And it's another retelling, which I find that I can really enjoy those. This one is Hook. It's called Hooked. This is a Peter Pan retelling. This is one where Captain Hook gets the girl. So the villain is getting the girl and not, the good guy. I'm really enjoying the audiobook a lot. I have this audiobook on Audible. I had previously used a credit to take advantage of that, so I'm enjoying that. I just started it, I think. Let's see. I'm trying to find where I'm at. So I am currently in chapter 13, just based on what I'm able to find. So I started it this morning and I'm already 80 pages in. And the book is not super long. The book is... ...319 pages, which I just saw something that was really cool that I didn't realize. It has character profiles in here too. She has a series. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 so far. There's a 6th book coming out called Hexed, which I will probably want. These are standalones, but they're all kind of like those retellings, so they all fit within the theme. So I'm really, really enjoying this one, listening to that one. And then I wanted to go ahead, and since it's almost November and my November challenge is to read books with sprayed edges, it's audiobook. This is still an audiobook. So I can't read a book with sprayed edges if it's an audiobook. Although I was trying to find one, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. But I started reading this one. I might get this done before November 1st. It's going pretty quickly. I literally just started, as you can tell. This is If We Ever Meet Again. So I was given book 4 for my birthday, and I immediately went out and I bought the other 3 books. So I'm starting on book 1, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's cute. Hers tend to be more contemporary romance. There's usually some spice. I haven't gotten to any spice yet because I'm 20 pages in. That's how new of a book I am reading. So why am I not listening to a sprayed edge book? I found a downside to Everand. They give you 30 days for your free trial, which is really, really awesome. But within that 30 days, it's not truly unlimited. I have listened to like 5 books. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've listened to 4 or 5 books this month on that app during my 30-day trial, which expires tomorrow. So I found a sprayed edge book that I wanted to listen to. It was called The Spell Shop or something like that. And they had it. I can't listen to it until after I pay for the service. So I'm wondering if there's limits to the the unlimited that they say that it is. And 5 books, listening to 5 books on that app, 4 or 5 books, that's about what I would do anyway, possibly up to 6 depending if it's a short book. But it's still kind of a limit that I was not expecting. So we'll see. I'm going to give it another month. I'm going to pay for it for a month and see how it goes. I do like that I don't feel pressure to buy books I don't have, like I do a lot of times on Audible, unless I get a sell or something like that. If I can find a sell on a book, even if I own it, I'll do it on Audible. Or if it's a book I absolutely love, like the Outlander series is my favorite one, I have all those on Audible, and I have a couple of the physical copies. But at one point, and I have them all on Kindle as well, except maybe the newest one. I should check that, because I do want that on Kindle as well. Actually, I do have that one on Kindle. I know I do, because I bought a signed copy of the last book in that series, and it's one of 2 that I physically have. But something I want to do is I want to get the whole series in hardback, just to have in my collection, in my library. So yeah, we'll see how it goes in the next month with Everand. If they limit me, I'll have to think hard if I want to keep the service or not, because they tout it as unlimited, and it's truly not limited. It's not unlimited at this point. Could it be once I start paying for the service? Yes, which is why I want to give it another shot, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, well, that's pretty much all that is in this video. I do want to let you know what you can expect this week as far as videos. There is a bonus video coming on Saturday. There will not be live chat for that one, but I was able to be gifted some knives from a company that wanted me to review it. So there's going to be that video coming on Saturday, so look for it. So far I'm very impressed with the knives. I'm giving it my honest go and my honest opinion, which is what I was contracted with the company to do, is give my honest opinion. And I'm really happy with them so far. Still putting them through their paces, so I can't give the official word on that, but you'll have to look for that video. Then of course we have the What I'm Eating in a Day video is on Thursday, and then our meal prep video will be on Sunday. Those will have live chat, so if you haven't joined us yet in the live chat, go ahead and join us. So far we've had a pretty good group of, it's still pretty small, but it's fun to interact with you guys in a live chat forum. I would love to do live streams. I'm just not in the position to do that right now with my schedule, so this is something that I can do easily, and I enjoy that. All right, well, I'm going to get back to listening to Hooked, because I'm hooked on that, and I'm going to do some knitting. I think I'm going to work a little bit more on this sweater. I might work on the pink one, but we'll see how it goes. All right, I will see you again soon. I hope you all have a wonderful and joyful day. Bye for now.